How's everybody doing? My name's Mike, and we got Mr. Joe with us today. Joe's hanging out at sit with me. He's at my heel in a sit. If he goes to move right there, I'm going to correct him, put him back into that sit. So we're outside today because what I want to do is he's doing good inside. Now I want to practice. These are actually my neighbors waving to me. How you doing? So now I want to practice with him. I want to practice getting him outside and having him do the obedience commands outside. Heel. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get him to lay down for me outside. Now it's much harder for him to do it out here. I'm going to have to correct him is what I'm going to have to do. Sit. Good boy. You start off with just a couple sits because laying down's a lot harder for him. But you see how he's looking like that? That means he's distracted. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Good sit. Even though he's distracted, he's still doing it, and that's what we want. He's being compliant. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Good sit. Sit. Good boy. Heel. So here's where we're going to ask him to down, and we're going to probably get a little bit of resistance. Sit. Joe, down. So see, he's not going down, so I use my foot and I give him a correction with my foot. I took the leash and I tap the leash with my foot. The reason I do that is because he knows what I'm asking for. He is aware of how to do this command, and I want to show what we have to do to give him a correction. Sometimes I just actually give him, I'm getting the bugs away from his face. We got some mosquitoes out here. So what we want to do is give him the correction because that's going to lead to compliance. We can't give him a choice on whether or not he wants to lay down. So let's go ahead and let me get this camera face in here. Heel. Good boy. Sit. Joe, down. So I give him some pressure down with my hand. Good boy. Good down. Good job, buddy. Good boy. Good down. Good down. Now, the reason he went down for me that time is because of the correction he got last time. So our correction leads to compliance. If your dog gives you a refusal and you've given him the proper training, this only works if he's had the proper training. If you get a refusal, then you can administer the correction at the appropriate effectiveness. You know, you don't want to give them a strong correction if that's not needed. We want to give them we want to match his energy or be a little bit above his energy. Heel. And now the more we do this outside, the better the dog's going to be. So if you only do this when you want him to, sit. If you only get him to lay down when you absolutely need him to, it's going to be very difficult. Down. So then I use my hand and I give him just a little pressure like that, and it's up to him to go down. Good boy. Good down. Good job, buddy. Good down. Good boy. Good down. So it's up to the dog to do it on his own. We can't force him. I can't stand out here and step on the leash and force the dog to the ground. That's not going to work. Even a tiny dog will refuse that and will resist that. You have to mentally convince them that this is the best thing for them. Down. That this is the best thing for him is to listen to me. And the reason he listens to me is because I've gained his respect and his trust. I've done that through showing him that I'm fair. I give him affection, but I also administer punishments and discipline when he is not doing the thing I have trained him to do. When he hands me a refusal, it's up to me to correct him. There's two things that get the dog to listen, which is correcting him as far as the timing and effectiveness. If you are on time, meaning you do it in a timely manner for when the dog needs to learn within 1 second of not listening, and you also give an effective correction. Say a 1 out of 10, say the dog's energy level is a 6 and he doesn't go down, I have to come in with a 7 on that leash to get him down to the ground. Good down, buddy. Good boy. See, we also praise him when he's doing good. Good job, buddy. Good boy. Heel. We'll go ahead and get him a little bit closer to the road. Heel, buddy. A little closer to the road to where more distractions are. Sit. And he's already been outside for the restroom. Good boy. Good sit. Good job, buddy. Joe, down. So just a little light pressure for him. He's got to do it on his own. See how he didn't go all the way? No. Down. See how this time I gave him a lot less pressure on the foot? See how his elbows are still not down? No. Down. And so the reason I use my foot there is because I don't want to have to bend down. So it shows the dog that, you know, I have skills that I don't need to bend down and get close to him to do that. I can just, boom, use my foot pretty quickly with him. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Good sit. Good sit. Good job, buddy. Good sit. Good sit. Down. So just a little bit of pressure. And we want the dog to, attaboy, good boy. When his elbows hit the ground, that's when I say, attaboy, good job, buddy. Good down, good down. So it's so very important to practice these exercises outside with your dog. Heel. And you don't just practice when you're taking them to go to the bathroom. We practice at any time, all throughout the day. We'll just take him outside. Anytime we want him to start getting better at something, we're going to take him outside and practice. And this all starts inside. You know, I didn't ask the dog to lay down his first day with me. You know, we wait weeks until I get what I need from the dog to believe the dog's going to be able to do it without putting a bunch of pressure on the dog, because that's not going to be good for him if we got to put so much pressure on him that he's just anxious all the time around me and nervous that I'm going to give him commands. Good boy. We want to imprint behavior like this. See how I just stood still and then he just went ahead and sat for us. So we want to imprint those good behaviors on the dog. We want them to mentally be convinced that this is the best thing for them to do, and we want them to work for the organic praise of the owner. Good job, buddy. Good job. We want him to work for my praise. So in order to do that, we have to gain his trust and also his respect, which means when he refuses to do something, we give him a leash pop that is adequate for what he's refusing to motivate him, to give him a reason to do it.